The moral authority. That's great, isn't it? Dave Rubin is with us. The recall failed, and Newsom's talking about new restrictions. Dave, I cannot believe that that is popular.
Well, Stu, I suppose as a Californian that Gavin Newsom has some sort of legal authority over me since he is still the governor. But I assure you he has no moral authority over me or moral authority over any other citizen of this once great state. I don't know anyone that wants more mandates here. People, I think, have decided to either get the vaccine or not get the vaccine. People have decided to wear masks or not wear masks. But the fact that the day after this recall election, Los Angeles decided vaccine passports at bars and stadiums and a bunch of other venues, it was just sort of like throwing it in the face of all of the good people who just want to go back to work, just want to get out of their houses, just want to return to some level of normalcy, maybe open up their restaurant. And you can just see it in the way Newsom speaks. He loves this power, and it's not going away, unfortunately. We had a chance, and we blew it.
But there's no Republican alternative. I mean, really, there isn't. The Republican Party is not very strong in California, so there's no real political alternative to Newsom and the way he thinks. I think California is in a mess and will continue to be in a mess. What's with it with Californians, Dave?
I don't know. Is it the sun and the beaches that have fried these people's brains? They keep voting for lefties. The state keeps getting worse. Their taxes keep going up. Property prices keep going up. More homelessness, more drug use, more crime. And they still blame it on Republicans. But you're completely right that the Republican machine in this state is completely broken. That being said, I supported Larry Elder in the recall. He actually did get an incredible percentage of votes. It looks like it'll be over 48% of the people who voted yes on recall voted for Larry Elder, which is actually more. It'll probably end up being more than voted for Schwarzenegger back in 2003 by percentage. That being said, the state is seriously screwed up. There are way more Democrats here than Republicans. And unfortunately, at this moment, I don't see a path for it to get better. And I think a lot of people, almost everyone that I'm talking to, is thinking about leaving.
Dave, I need your comment on this.
And we know that they had a loss of population for the first time. Yeah.
That's right, they did, and lost a congressional seat as well. I want your comment on this. The mayor of San Francisco caught breaking her own mask mandate, partying maskless with the co-founder of Black Lives Matter at a nightclub. It looks like another case of rules for thee and not for me. It just keeps on happening, Dave.
It keeps on happening, and by the way, it's not going to stop happening, much like AOC demanding mask mandates, but then going to the Met Gala at that $30,000 a plate event. They're going to keep doing it. Gavin Newsom will keep going to French Laundry with lobbyists, and they'll lock down good people. This is the fight of our time, and I hope good people realize what's happening here.
I hope they do. Dave Rubin, always good. Thanks for being with us today, Dave, and we hope to see you again. Thank you, sir.